And we are gonna get what we want to see go down here.
Ring that bell, ding, ding, ding. Let the match begin. All season long, watch it on Aussie's stream. 30-something, all for this fight here. Cole gets the gun. He's able to chase Acorn around, who has absolutely nothing. Agers gets one for himself, but him, he's gonna fall. Peterbot and Ritual are the last two alive in a situation that they can revive Cole, leaving Acorn all by himself.
He's second away from wielding that Blade of Champions for Dogs. He's going to use that miss for him. He wants to close it out strong, but you can see the excitement. He saw the feed.
Get competition. It makes you wonder who's next, Kanata, right? They might just come after you too. Here's the setup though, my gosh.
One has just been so conditioned to where they can look for early surge exchanges that now the last thing they'd ever anticipate is a fresh trio pulling up directly behind them. But just overhead, Asul, he's gonna be the first one to get spotted. Gammy connects. Asul immediately put down by Huddy.
Takes one to be well out of place for him to go and initiate something huge there, and that's a bad edit. He's gonna give away a spot. He's gonna call for backup, but he gets coned up. Look how quickly he pieces him and finishes him off there. And look at that, Aaron's also lit up too, so oh no! Did you forget a wall, son? That's a huge problem!
As Tayson gets knocked, that's exactly what they're gonna end up doing. Medmist gonna come through. Vico now looking for an angle, a potential full box onto Haris here. He gets it, he connects, and that's another knock for the trio.
Fire. They push teams out. And now the tables have turned coming into this major, and they're trying to stick back to what works. And that's just fighting for the brutal boxcars while taking their loot. They didn't take too much time to try to make this play happen, but you said it yourself, the tables have been turned from one well-placed shot out of Peterbot. He does it again. Down goes Iamzo from one side to the next, keeping everybody on their toes, and he continues to deal a huge amount of damage. Iamzo is going to be the next one hurt. Clicks is now by himself as a solo. Three mean dogs staring him out, and they're ready to take a bite out of him, but he's fighting back. First shot's going to land, but it's not going to be enough. Yeah, and those visuals, Braids in a Minish. They were the ones that got the island last game. They say, you know what? You can have it. They had no idea this would play out the way it did, but that's allowing them to continue to accumulate that Storm Surge, focus on this one fight, and really distract and disrupt it as Poyo goes down next. They're able to steal away the medallion, the Mythic Spire Rifle, and now they have the choice. Do we chase Agers, get that third elimination? And it does look like that answer is instantaneous. Cold wants a piece of that pie. Look at that.
Just going straight after it. Peterbot's there to catch him, though.
That's why we see both ends of this engagement. This is out somewhat. Chap trying to see if Chap gets this knock onto CZB. That might be the determining factor here for whether or not Savage's team decides to fully commit onto this fight. A little bit more brawl, but Chap comes up big time. X-Force knocked. X-Force eliminated.
Oliver's gonna go in and fall. Big crack from the side angle there. It's just a matter of moments here now before Diego will fall here too, but not before he takes down some serious.
Sato split Karma to replay to how they kick things off this match. Quick eliminations. Clown is...
Volko, Vadil, and Cringe now left to try and scatter, but they're just so cornered. And Vadil will finally bail out the opposite direction, tries to go from behind. Snazy gonna be taken out. 1 HP and a dream currently for Vadil here in Game 7. Still trying to break through the floor underneath, but Clement, he's just so healthy. Cringe has to make an immediate wraparound. Cringe needs to alleviate some pressure here for Vadil. But Vadil, he's just stuck waiting. And this might be a revive, but Clement, he won't be able to secure it. Pressured one more time, Cringe. He's doing everything, but Vadil is going to be the one that could potentially settle the score here. And this is dragging out much longer than we would have anticipated, Takata, given how things kicked off.
No, that's good for Vadil, though, because it's exactly what he needed to do. He was so low HP, he had to wait for those siphons.
You're watching the FNCS Grand Finals, the best players in the world. Most of them trained with the Fighting Masterclass. Want to be in these lobbies? Start earning today. Use code TIDES for 25% off. Link is in the description.
Refining operations here at the base. On the other side, though, someone has now officially decided to show up and contest. We thought they might have been showing up before, but seems like they were saving that play for a little later into the tournament. And with how much of a lead they had. Agercell puts up a fight, but already now two sides are down. It's a 2v1 here for Acorn. Acorn hit up as well. He tries to slip out the side. Metmis comes down. He gets a little bit of a tick there for some HP, but he's got no builds to work with. This is not looking good, Jacob. Oh my gosh. And they're probably the biggest underdog right now when it comes down to, you know, again, fighting for globals right now, giving folks a run for their money, keeping eyes on that prize here. Aoxypex and Jojo Fishy, after a strong day one, this is looking like a huge ambush waiting to happen from both sides as well. Look at the pre-edit on Enough's side there.
Hero trying to hold it down. They needed such a strong performance, Takada, to surge their way up the leaderboard. And for Doxy, he's just looking to hold on to first as long as he possibly can. Mappy not gonna be able to make it through, and for Doxy closes in.
Need to win out, and one of the only healthy teams left in this game, minus Cold, of course.
Got a Minish here in the mid-ground. Clicks the Iamzo. Iamzo going up for height, just kind of baiting here. But Cold is very, very weak. He's going to go and initiate things down below. Minish, kind of that mid-game factor here. That's a Siphon being rewarded. Cold's going to fall. Peterbot's hit. He has to see the side shot come through, and Iamzo tags him once. Iamzo's going to get the Siphon too. The jump shot. He's invisible. Peterbot can't be seen, can't be tracked. Misses the Siphon. Iamzo's still in the game, but Ritual stands and wins the game.
Their attention in this direction. 284 below. They're falling further and further. This is the recipe for Peterbot, Cold, and Ritual success, but it's not going to come without a fight. Kanata makes his way in. He gets the knock onto one, but he immediately goes down, and they're not even above the damage threshold. Another one's going to fall. Rapid is out. It's all up to Bulk by himself, and it's Peterbot, Cold, and Ritual. They're the ones shooting on over, and they get eliminated. Now this is just a one-horse race.
Four placements will definitely help out, but there's still a good amount of matches to go. You were talking about kind of countering these surge bases, right? If you keep doing it every single game, eventually a trio is going to try and disrupt it. And Ivan might be on the receiving end. Almost ready to knock it all down. It gets chopped. Malabuka Ping Rocks doing what they can to put their names back on the leaderboard. A quick cleanup.
It is a 2v1. The other one did get knocked out. Caliper's going to have to fight this 2v1 the best that he can, but they're just going to drop down low, realizing, hey, we have a 3v1 advantage. If we force this res, we're forcing him in a position to either res, we keep the 3v2, or fight us in a 2v1.
And they do get the double pickup, so they'll be 2 times as fast here, right onto the wall. No, he had to cancel it, but Caliper finds a monster retag.
I think a lot of people will draw the comparisons to Vico, Venom, and Flixie actually landing on Malabuka, Ping, and Wox in day number 2.
There's another team behind them as well, so I mean, this could go either way.
Trying to see where the zone actually is, because it kind of pulls towards the north. We're keeping the west side in the zone. The island could go there, which is what they go after.
Reethan has played all 3, and now the trio looking to...
Fully locked down by Malabuka's team. We might see things even out here, Takada. They need to strike back. They need to come up big here because they need to play out a game. But it might not happen.
No way!
But Ping actually closes this one up. Only has one build. Tried to play last minute for the revive. Dini, more pressure. And that's a very rapid usage of the misform, but they know this might be their fight. It's the only option they really have left over, but Mixon was too ready for it. Trulex is gonna take the next tumble here and fully eliminate it. Take out one of our leading contenders, but first, they want to finish off by Frozy.
Oh my gosh.
Just gets trapped inside of Medias' box. Nowhere left for him to run. On to height, Cammy and Adi though. Talk about a menace situation. They just ruined it for Venovico and Flixie. And now Cammy gonna try and ruin it for Medias on height, but he can't make it up. The misform doesn't take him high enough. Chicho, Aegis, and Tayson all the while. They might not have materials, but they have each other. And that could be the deciding outcome here. Vanya falling back, has a little bit of HP still left in the Chug Jug. Chicho, similar mentality, but Vanya, he's got nothing else left. He has to actually chase after Chicho, but they're just too far away. Chicho still has his misform too. Chicho's still getting tagged up from behind. Vanya might just be able to close the gap. Vanya makes it happen. Marius, Pixie, and Vanya steal this one away.